Welcome to Trade Pro. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple 15-minute time frame Bollinger Band and RSI trading strategy, then test it 100 times in a row so you can see how it performs over a series of trades. This one was sent from a subscriber to my email, and they sent me this nice PDF. So thank you to that person, and here's a video. So before I get into the strategy and doing the testing and showing all the results at the end, I have a question for the subscribers, and I want to know your guys' opinion on something. Now, let me explain. I've been wanting to spend more time on the channel, and I want to ramp up the content, make better videos, and I want to do things like multiple FTMO challenges where I test different trading strategies on the FTMO challenge and see which ones can pass it. I also want to do a small account challenge and continue to do the testing videos on different strategies, essentially spending a ton of time on the channel. And I need to justify this to my wife because I'm spending so much time doing these videos, editing, and coming up with ideas and such. I need to justify it to my wife, and I need to buy her lots of chocolate to keep her happy. So I need to make some money from the channel, essentially. That's what I'm getting at. And I'm trying to think of the best way to do that. My first thought is to do a Patreon. So I want to kind of know what you guys think about doing a Patreon where I keep all the content still for free on my YouTube channel. So no one is excluded if they don't have money to spare. I totally understand. For people who do have money to spare, whether it be $1, $5, $10 a month, they can donate to me on Patreon, and their kind of perk that they would get would be I can answer their specific questions for their individual needs, and I can also take their content ideas and do things that they want to see on the channel. So those two perks would be kind of the thing that the Patreon people would be getting, but still everyone would have full access to all of the YouTube channel content for free, as I don't want to take that from people who can't afford anything. All right. So I figured this would probably be the best way to make a bit of extra money from the channel where I can spend more time, make better content, do things like those multiple FTMO challenges, keep my wife happy, justify spending time on it. And, you know, I'm trying to keep everyone happy. I have to please myself, my wife, and also the people on the channel, the subscribers. Now, so, you know, YouTube ads don't pay very much at all, so it doesn't really bring in any money, and I just need to figure out the best way to do it where I can, you know, please everyone. I enjoy doing it myself, so I do want to be able to do this, and yeah, let me know what you guys think about that idea. I don't want to come off as a slimy typical trading salesman, as there's a lot of in the industry, so I hope that I don't come off in that way. I try not to exaggerate things or hype things up like a lot of those people do. I try and tell the truth and be honest about trading and how it is. So hopefully I'm getting that message across and not coming off as a slimy salesman type of trading guy in the industry. But anyway, thanks for listening to this if you listen to it, and please let me know your what you think about it in the comments section. I appreciate any feedback that you guys have, and if you think that's a good route to go with the channel, as I'd love I'd love to be able to do much better content and things that take a lot more time on the channel, as I can't really spend so much time on the channel at the moment, as I just don't earn anything from the channel, so it doesn't make sense to put a bunch of time into it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. But anyway, let's get back to the strategy here. So the strategy is as follows. Let's just read it off. The whole concept of this strategy is to use the 8-period RSI indicator and the 21 Bollinger Band, all on closing price, with 2 deviation and 0 shift on the Bollinger Band. So that is basically default on the Bollinger Band, +1. So it's normally a 20-period Bollinger Band is default on TradingView. 2 deviation and 0 shift are both defaults already. So I don't know what's the deal with the 1 change on the Bollinger Band. And then the 8-period RSI, so it's normally 14, so quite a big change on the RSI. When the RSI goes into overbought and oversold area, that is above or below the 30 and 70 levels, and the candle close is close at or beyond the Bollinger Band upper or lower bands, then we look for a trade possibility. We wait then for a turnaround candle and the RSI to turn with the candle, then enter on the opening of the next candle. So essentially we're just waiting for the RSI to go overbought or oversold, and then we wait for a candle to signal the reversal by turning the RSI around in the opposite direction while that candle has been close or outside of the Bollinger Bands. So the profit targets two different spots, one at the middle Bollinger Band line and the other at the top or bottom Bollinger Band line. Stop loss goes below the entry candle, and you're going to allow a couple pips for any wiggle room that's needed. So here's the second slide. So they say, look for the 8 relative strength index to go below 30 or above 70 to enter on the next candle that turns RSI towards 30 and or 70, provided that the candle has some body in it indicating some strength. So that's important as well. So we're not taking entries on tiny dojis. Got to make sure it has some body in it to indicate some strength. So it's a little bit subjective on that one, but I'll do my best to do the testing and keep things consistent at least. And then so half the position will be taken at the first middle Bollinger Band line, and stop will be moved to break even, and then second half of the position is taken at the upper or lower Bollinger Band line. So it's a 2-step take profit. All right, so essentially it's very simple, just some change settings, very, very, very basic strategy, and it is supposed to be profitable. I believe it was paid for. Forget what the email says, but I think it was a paid for strategy. So better be profitable. But anyway, let's go on to the actual trading view here and then kind of spot some examples. All right, so here's a few examples of the strategy playing out on the trading view chart. On the far left side, we have the RSI go below the 30 line, and then it ticks back up and points upwards on this candle close right here. So that's the entry candle. You set the stop loss just a couple pips below this entry right here, and then target the middle Bollinger Band line, which is where you move the stop to break even once that is hit, and the rest will get stopped out. The next one down here, we wait for the RSI to start pointing back up, which happens on this candle, but we can't enter because that doesn't have a good candle body. So the entry would be on this candle right here. Go to the bottom and then add down a couple pips. And then you're just going to target that middle Bollinger Band line where the stop gets moved to break even. And let's see if it survives. So it does survive, and the second profit target will get hit all the way over here once it touches that top of the Bollinger Band. So that one's good. And then over here there's another. Just touches that 30, and we wait for the green, points back upwards, and then going to be going a couple pips down below the bottom here. Target the middle Bollinger Band line. Once it hits, move the stop to break even and target that top. So this one is also good. So that's 3 examples of it playing out in strong trading environments. There are going to be a lot of times where it does not work very well. So keep that in mind. Looks like here's another example, except for it doesn't go up, so we can't take that one. Got to have everything agree. This is another example right here, short on this candle. So that's actually a good one as well. Here's one where it does not work out. So this one goes oversold, peaks back up on this green candle. That's a buy. then you just get outright stopped out on that one. All right, so I'm going to do the 100 tests and we'll see how this does. The results are in after the 100 back tests, and they are absolutely terrible. Market was euro dollar on the 15-minute time frame using a two-stage variable take profit, and it took 38 days to find the 100 signals, which is really, really fast for a 15-minute time frame strategy. There were 46 winners, 54 losses. Most lost in a row was 6, and the most won in a row was 5. And the loss on account was 16.08%. Let me show you the breakdown of why this lost so much. So with 54 losses, risking 1% per trade, that's minus 54% on your account. There were 29 times where only the first target was hit, then the rest was stopped out at break even. Those totaled to 11.34% on the account. Then 17 times where both targets were hit, and those 17 total up to 26.58% on the account. So you add these two numbers together, then subtract 54, and you're left with 16.08 in the negative. So absolutely horrible results, and I'm not surprised because I've had multiple requests for similar strategies with the Bollinger Bands and the RSI, as it's a pretty common combination, but I've never seen any good results out of an RSI Bollinger Band combo. So unfortunate. But this one took so long to record because of how precise I had to be in making sure to calculate everything properly. With the variable take profit, I have to go each trade one by one, recording exactly what the gain is for the first take profit and the second, or if it gets stopped out, and then calculate everything together at the end accurately. So smash the like button for the time put into it, even though the strategy sucks and was not profitable and you'll never use it. But at least you know to not try to use it ever. But anyway, thanks for watching. I will put this up on the spreadsheet real quick, and there's not too much to say about it, but you'll see that it falls in the last place on the spreadsheet. All right, here it is on the spreadsheet. You know what this strategy wins is being the best at being the worst. So falling in the last place at 46 out of 46, this strategy is just absolutely horrible. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, even though it is a terrible strategy, but it's not always going to be good. So it is what it is. Have a nice day, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you all.